Lewis, welcome to Dundee United Football Club. How does it feel to be here?
Yeah, buzzing to be here. As soon as I heard of the interest, I think it was early last week. I was quite keen to get up here. I had a chat with the gaffer, and he knew my history and a few things about me. So as soon as I got off the phone to him, it was something I pushed to get done.
You mentioned the gaffer there. How does he see you fitting into his plans for the rest of the season? I'm sure you've discussed that.
Right, obviously the league position we're in, the lads have been flying, and he just wants me to come and add to that, bring quality into the midfield, and I like to get goals, show my passing range and assists. So yeah, he wants me to come up here and play with freedom and really kick on.
Does it make it easier coming into a team that's flying high at the top of the league?
Yeah, definitely. I've heard from I know two of the lads already, and hearing from the manager himself that the dressing room's really good, and like you say, it's easy to continue that momentum when you're winning football matches. So yeah, hopefully I can be a part of that quickly.
Obviously today's your first day at Tannadice. Nice to take in your new surroundings.
Yeah, it is. I've played here before as well in the Scotland youth team, so familiar with the stadium, some parts, and bits of the area. So yeah, I'm buzzing.
I believe you scored here as well, is that right?
Yeah, I scored, and I think I created one for Glenn as well, which hopefully I can do a bit more of that.
Having played with Glenn Middleton at under 21 level, will he be a wee familiar face in the first couple of weeks and make it a bit easier for yourself to settle in?
It's definitely easier when you go to a new club, having familiar faces there, so that initial settling in period. But from what I've heard about the group anyway, it should be quick to adapt to life and get down to business. If
we take a look at your career, I think you joined Man City at the age of 6. That must have been an incredible place to learn how to play football.
Yeah, it was, there from young, and only leaving this summer just gone. So spent, the best part of my life there, and different experience as well with going on loan out to some good clubs. So yeah, I've come here now to, get back playing games and getting back to my best form.
Can tell you've been taught how to handle the ball properly as well.
Yeah, it's something coming through the Man City academy you've got to be able to do. With Pep there now and the time he's had there, everyone who's come through has had to do that. So yeah, it's a great experience.
What was it like playing training under a manager that's so influential?
Yeah, well, you're not going to get any better really. He's, in my opinion, the best manager now for sure. They've had a tricky spell, but over 9 years he's been there, the success, and arguably the best manager ever. So you're only going to learn and get better from that.
You mentioned that you've been out on a few loan spells. Probably the most interesting one was your first one, the time that you spent in Holland with Nac Breda. It must have been great at such a young age to go and sample a wee bit of a different culture.
No, definitely. I look back at that point in my career as one of the best things I did. With being so young, I was only 18. I think how naive I was in terms of just putting myself out there really helped me. Not only on the pitch, it was success, but off the pitch, mature and growing as a person put me in, a good place to come back to England and then go on to Lincoln and Blackpool where I've had, good success.
Do you think, you mentioned those other loans that you've had across the EFL pyramid, do you think that's maybe made you a wee bit more of a well-rounded player, having played academy football up until that point?
Yeah, I think for, someone who's 22 years old, I've got good experience already. I've had a number of clubs and just different football and life experiences, so I can bring that up here. And yeah, my first time playing the Scottish game, I've been keen to do that, to be honest. I've had a few talks with clubs in other windows where I've been close and it's not happened for whatever reason. So yeah, I'm buzzing to see what the Scottish Premier League is all about and try and have success here.
What is it you find inviting about Scottish football?
Well, I think some of the games, coming in straight away. The game tonight, being a derby, and then the next weekend Rangers. So I think there's a lot of big games, and with me coming through the ranks of the Scottish youth system, that's something in my career that would be a target, and a goal for me is to get into that senior team. So playing in the Scottish game, I think I'll be in the eye of the Scottish team as well. So
I think you've had the chance as well to train with the senior Scottish side, haven't you?
Yeah, I went away with them off the back of my Blackpool loan. Just trained for a week and got a taste of that, and it's something ever since then that I want to get back around.
You touched on the fixture tonight, but just how exciting is it? A to have that opportunity to go and make your debut and make your mark in such a massive fixture?
Yeah, you know, it's been a bit of a whirlwind weekend. We've, you know, played for Stockport on Saturday as well. So, you know, coming up here and, you know, potentially have the chance of being involved tonight is exciting. And like you say, there's no bigger game, and going on to the first league game as well is two massive games for me to come in and hit the ground running.